Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lion's Den. So, we are going to have another shot at Electra. I have her relic up to rank 10 at the moment. So we're going to do a couple bits of testing. Disclaimer, I got a bit of hate last time because I was basically doing live testing and trying some things out, and people didn't like that. They were like, oh, you don't know how to make teams. Which, I mean, I was doing it live. I wasn't doing research before. I wasn't making the teams properly, and so it's fair enough. I mean, like I said, my videos are live, so if some people don't like the fact that sometimes the testing is going to be a bit awkward and I'm trying different things, that's fair enough. But this time we're doing things a bit differently. I did a lot of training with a couple of community members. Anyone could have chimed in. We played like a game of beat the defense with Electra. So I came up with a team, and 4 or 5 people threw teams at me to try and beat it. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But now that we've got the relic, so we've got 2 relic abilities. I think let's double check that. So let's have a look. Yeah, she's eternity. There she is. Yeah, so I have her relic up until 10 now. I won't be using any more. So we've got the every 25 seconds increases her attack speed by 33% and greatly boost damage based on health loss at the time. So that's going to be pretty handy. And we have the second one, when the effect... Okay, I think I have this one. Seems a bit weird because it says upgrade a skill to legendary, but that one doesn't have that, but the locked one does. I mean, I presume I have that. Interesting. But anyway, so we've got when the effect ends of the Pain's Embrace, deals magic damage equal to 50% of absorbed damage. So that's going to come in handy. So I've already got some defense lines we're going to test out. Not with her, because I think she's still pretty weak on defense. She could be very niche or have a lot of investment. So we're just looking at the attacking side of her today. So these are the couple of teams that we come up with. Some of them are random ones, just to how they do. Some of them were community ones, and some of them are just basic ones that we're going to see, like the AXA Lian Tempest, the Kayla variant, the Chaos. We've got a Dodge. We've got an all mystery one. We've got, and I think the middle one there was a community member one that you saw in GC that did well. So we're just going to have a look at what beats them, basically, or at least hopefully. So let's start with a staple, which is the AXA Lian Tempest. A highly used one. There is obviously a bunch of variations. Ones with that don't have Lian and might have like Mushy or even Mojo, Somna. There's so many different variations, but we're just going to go with the line that I like at the moment. So have a look. I think we used a Polaris line with like Folio. Let's have a look. So let's try Aidan, Tempest. Let's try to throw Xesha in there as well. Where's Electra? She's actually higher than quite a few of my heroes, which is surprising. I guess that's just the relic power coming up now. And then we've got Folio as well. So let's see how that does. So she has 2.2 million life now at the moment, which is pretty decent. I think when we did the testing before without the relic, this was a 10-0 win. So I'm hoping it does the same. And wow, apps, I don't even know what blew that up. That was a wow. So Electra did all that damage. I presume that's the 50% magic return on the second relic. If that's the case, that's absolutely wild. Let's quickly run this 10 times, but there should be no RNG. Yep, you can see here, 10-0, very clean hit. And wow, Electra's done even more damage than that. Let's double check that again. Like I said, this is my first time playing with the relic, so it is interesting. So when she absorbs the damage from the Pain's Embrace, she gives 50% of that back. I presume that's what these skulls are above their heads, so whatever damage she takes now is going to be reflected. Let's just see for when those skulls above the head go. They get dragged together. Folio does do the ult, but then, damn, the skulls drop, and so do basically the whole team. That's interesting. That is a much better result than what we had before without the relics. That's interesting. The one thing I didn't account for was my battery charging. Thank you for that, phone. So yeah, that's interesting. That was definitely purely relic, that was. But anyway, let's go on to the next team. I think this was the community member one, yeah, with the Goose Tank, which is it's interesting. I mean, he does survive a lot. My Polaris is a little low. My Folio is getting up there now. But we did with like Electra and Solel. Solel is a very prominent member to protect Electra. So we're going to go Polaris. I think we even went Arachne. Let's try Arachne and Folio. See how that does. I think in the testing before this went 10-0. So we'll see how it goes with the new relics. Ooh, Folio. Oh, Folio killed Folio. Maybe Electra can kill them? Ooh, I mean, it's going to be a win. But that is definitely not a safe counter. Before, I think that went 10-0, and it was a very safe 10-0. So that could be some of the damage returning from Electra that caused Folio to ult early, and that would be an issue. Let's see how that runs. 10 times? Yeah, so we got a 9-1. That was a lot safer before the relic, so relics are definitely going to change in that sense. I think another version that we had against this was instead of Arachne, we had Judge for the stun. And if I remember right, I think that was an even safer version. Would help if I could find Judge and Folio. There you go. So this was an even safer 10-0 before the relic. There's a lot of stuff, yeah, but you can see Folio's charging on the other team way quicker. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of pain coming. Oh. I mean, that's definitely much safer than the previous one, that's for sure. Don't know who done the damage. It looks like Folio, yeah. Definitely interesting. So on 10 times, I mean, that's going to be even cleaner. We'd have to run that. So we're going to jump onto the all mystery line. This does cause a few problems. I mean, with Somna, Polaris, it's a very strong team with Satori and Folio being the damage dealers. But I think we killed this quite easily with like an Iris line. So for Nebula, Solel, Electra, Iris, and Polaris again. Let's see how quickly if this one does. Yep, I mean, Iris is always going to get sheeped. Somna's dead. Wow. But that wasn't from Iris, I don't think. So is that Electra again with the relic? Nope, it was Iris. I was completely wrong. The problem is, even though she gets sheeped, like 5 seconds later, another bitey comes out and starts doing the damage. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty easy win. I mean, winning with Iris isn't exactly hard. She dominates. She still dominates 90% of the meta just because of her pure damage outtake. Yeah, there you go. Easy enough. Let's try some dodge variations. These are a bit more fun. You'll see a bunch of different ones with these. You'll normally have Octavia, Sebastian, and Yasmin, and then the other two can be a massive amounts of variations. So, obviously, we're going to start off with Electra. Gosh, she's so high up. 123k. Let's try Goose, Lara, Peach, and Soleil. As you can see, Soleil's still in there. See how this one goes. I think Yasmin's going to get absolutely tanked. The interesting thing about Peach is the fact that she is 5th in the heroes, but she gets drawn to 1st. Alright, so Yasmin's dead. That's basically the end of that. But again, Electra taking a lot of damage. We're only 20 seconds into the fight and she nearly died. With Sebastian, obviously, as we said in the first video, Sebastian's Tune Curse does drop Electra's health quite a lot. I didn't actually see how much that dropped in the fight, but let's have a quick look. I'll run that 10 times just to have a look. It should be pretty consistent. 9-1. I mean, we've had one unlucky RNG. But how much? So she normally has 2.2. Wow, so yeah, 1.4. So nearly 800k gone from Electra's health. Like, look how quickly she's going down. We're 7 seconds in and she's on about 30% life. I mean, yeah, Sebastian's definitely going to be accounted for. It's going to be interesting. Let's have a look with the loss. I presume Yasmin just gets more crits. Yeah. So this time Yasmin didn't die. So that's just going to keep her alive long enough to do some more damage. Electra ults. Octavia Mojo. Yasmin jumps onto Peach. And then, yeah, Electra dies. And that's all she wrote. The reason for Mojo is the curse on the first hero to take damage based on how much they've taken over the last certain amount of seconds. So that's why Mojo's used. It can be different if I show you the ability. Pretty sure it's Curse Bones. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, that's the one there. So it curses the enemies that started the battle with. Every 2 seconds applies the corruption mark to the hero who took the most damage. This mark deals a portion of damage the target received during that 2-second period equal to Mojo's current health. So yeah, you're just gonna take a lot more damage based on how much they've taken over the last 2 seconds. So yeah, that's why it's used. You can see the use, but yeah. I think the next one, we've done Mystery of Polaris, we've done the dodge variant. The other one was the All Chaos team. Everyone knows about the All Chaos. It's pretty strong. Depending on who you build, it can have a different factor as well. If you build Xesha or, say, Peach, the counters can vary. But obviously, I think probably like a general Electra, Tempest, Iris line again is probably going to do the job. So let's go Amira, Leanne, Electra, Soleil again, and Iris. So let's have a look. Again, I'm not sure how much Electra is really doing here. But the 50% return is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, Peach is about to die already. Xesha got one ult off into Electra. They've resurrected. Oh. Ouch. I mean, no. I mean, we just about got away with it. So that's not as solid with the new relic. That was I think that was a pretty safe counter, like a 9-1 before. Let's have a look. Salau. Amira Liane. And Iris. Let's have a look what it does on 10 times. E55, so that is not a safe counter anymore, that's for sure. I think the last one we had was the Kayla variant. Honestly, I think the best we could have found was a 7-3 win, I think, or maybe even like a 3-7. So let's see how this does with the new relic. I'm not sure it's going to have too much difference on this particular team because it very much seems to be thingy based magic. So we're going to have Tempest and we're going to have Somner, I think. Again, we know Somner's a bit of a cheat against Kayla in general, but the Julius shield does make Kayla a bit more durable. So I think that's normally the problem with this team. But I say, again, this was like a 3-7, I think, something like that. We found a really hard time winning with Electra against this team. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I mean, if Kayla jumps, we could be in trouble, but I think we're going to be fine. I mean, Julius will die. No, Julius didn't die. Wow. Now that's going to be a problem. I mean, we might time out. Honestly, I can't see that. Well, I mean, Kayla's dead, but going to be resurrected by Aidan. I mean, we don't have the damage now, except for some minor bits from Electra, so I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, I mean, we might get a stall. Oh, no, maybe not. It was close, 9 seconds, but yeah, this team seems to be a massive pain for Electra, depending on anything, really. Let's see how it does. With a 10 times, maybe we get lucky with a certain luck RNG. Who knows? But I wouldn't imagine so. We might sneak in like a 2 wins, maybe. Okay, 6-4. So, I mean, that's not too bad. You got to remember, we are hitting 140k above. We've got a relatively low left-hand side with, I mean, I have a Max Julius, a Max Kayla, Oya. They're 3 of my G80 heroes. So you can see why it is a bit lopsided. I'd imagine with a stronger Iris, even with a stronger Soleil, maybe the difference can be a lot. But I mean, she is performing now. She's doing all right. The problem is investment. You're seeing me now. I'm like 125k. Is that what I'm at now with Electra? 123k. So I've got her max skin. I don't have a battle pass one. That's going to add, I think, around about 800 to 1 million health. I think it is. She has her talisman. I think we have a half decent roll on her talisman. Let me double check that. Yeah, so it's not a bad roll on the talisman. Skins wise, we've just got the max strength, artifacts maxed, Glyph is G40, sparks are maxed, and we've got up to 10 on the relic. So I mean, that is a lot of investment for her. and she's doing all right, but she doesn't seem to be really replacing anyone. Like, she's not going to replace Julius. She's not replacing Astaroth. Um, who else could we say? Trying to think of other tanks that are used a lot. I mean, Rufus is used a bit, but yeah, she doesn't seem to be replacing any tanks. Or in a case of what they do, they don't do any. She doesn't do things that others don't at the moment. But it's going to be interesting anyway. I mean, I'm not upgrading her anymore. Um, for full disclosure, we were given the relic shards to help do our content because relics are just really expensive. I mean, the breakdown is it costs about $1,700 euros, whatever it is in your currency, to max a relic. It's a lot of money or a lot of time. So it's going to be interesting going forward. But I can't be 100% negative. There are definitely cases for her to be like Yasmin bait or Xesha bait is definitely a massive plus. Having her taking the hits for them and then absorbing them and doing the damage back, I think it's going to be really good. But yeah, guys and girls, sorry. Let me know what you think. Have you found any teams? Have you found her to be a replacement for any tank in general? Is there something that she brings that we haven't found yet? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, we have, don't forget, the big giveaway on Friday. We have the 180,000 runestone giveaway. And we also have the talisman giveaway, which will be coming up probably next week. It won't be a long one. I want to get it in for the talisman event. As always, people, I appreciate the support. We're over coming up to 1,070 subs now, which is amazing. I plan on doing some more beginner-based teams on what people can look at. And obviously, we have some royal battles later coming up. So, as always, guys, if you have something that you want to test, or if you have video ideas, feel free to send me in the community page or on the Discord, the community Discord. And I'm happy to make videos for you guys. So that's it for now, and I will see you next time, guys. Thanks as always. Bye.